Hello boys and girls, how are you today? Today we're doing the sequencing, putting what you've written in order. Now, listen to this. Look at the board please. Now, I'm going to do this. Listen, my first line is she likes to eat cakes that mother always bakes. I'm going to make that number 1. Then, one day she became ill. So her mother gave her a pill. Now, if I write these two as the first and the second line, how would it be? Can we change it, shuffle it, jumble them up? Should we try doing that? Because I want you to see what happens if we jumble them up. Does it still sound okay? And if it does, good. And why do we need to put it in a sequence? We need to put it in a sequence. Do you remember the poem? Do you remember that poem we were doing? Oh, thank you, Allah. And retell the poem. We had 3 lines. The second line, the third line, and the first line. And we jumbled them up. And you had to use your brains and try and tell us which line was which. Same here. We are going to try and jumble up the lines and see how they are, even if they're jumbled. Supposing, then she was fine. She saw the cake and said, "It's mine." That doesn't seem good to be on the first line, does it? Because it's starting with, then she was fine. But look, here, just above it, it says her mother gave her a pill because one day she was ill. So that should not change, should it? That shouldn't change. So this is your self-task. You are going to sit down and try and do the shuffling and sequencing and proofreading. Another way we have that you can do is try and learn the spellings. Try and learn the spellings, and remember I gave you word power. Do you remember the word power I gave you? Perhaps you'd like to do the word power with it. What words were in the sentence? Like, do you remember? There was a cake in the poem, the yummy, yummy cakes that Grandma bakes. And that way, we're going to learn the spellings and do the word power of new words. Now, boys and girls, tell me, word power. We've been doing new words from chapter, right from the start. So I'm sure you know the new words. I would like you now to try and make some more new words from the poem and learn the spellings, so when your teacher checks it, she can check for the spellings and to see if you've written it nicely and neatly. Or you can send an audio. You can send the audio of what you've done. So so your teacher checks it. So, until then, look at the video again and again to help you with brainstorming, and then to help you with drafting. When you're going to write it down, cat was rhyming with fat. Good. And then sequencing. What line comes where? And then you're going to read it again to see if you've written it very neatly, if there are any spellings, because right now you have a lot of word power. You can do that very well. Once you've done that, then you've got a great big job of publishing. Yes, you are going to write the whole poem that you've done on a piece of paper or in your copies, and either send it as a screenshot, or if you think you can type, you can. Oh, brilliant! You can type. Great. If you can type the poem, send it to the teacher. She will check it, and that will help you to write creative writing. Creative writing is something you do. Nobody else does. It's coming from your brains. So, boys and girls, do that, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy creative writing. Thank you. Until we meet again.